And if you're a member of one of the landlord organisations, which I'd strongly recommend you should be, such as the NLA or the RLA, then if you go on their websites, they'll have fact sheets you can download and see how you fill out these forms if you want to fill them out in paper and send them through. But to be honest, fill them in online. It's a lot easier. You can do it any time of the day. It's open 24/7, and you'll get allocated a court date straight away. Problem is, courts are very busy at the moment for a variety of reasons, and you're not really going to get a court date before a month is out from when you actually submit that claim. So, as I said, I submitted a claim yesterday. My court date's the 8th of April. It's obviously the 10th of March today. So, it's a whole month I've got to wait before I can even go to court and sit before a judge and get a verdict as to can we get rid of this tenant or not. So next month I'll talk about what happens when you go to court, because it's going to be more fresh in my mind, and I'll be able to give you an update on how that case went anyhow. But key thing is, keep on top of the rental payments, chase people up straight away. There's no need to be nasty or threatening about it. It's just, the rent is due. Where is the rent? When are you going to pay it? If there are issues with tenants and they've lost jobs, which lots of them have, and you can work out a payment schedule, then I definitely recommend you do it. We've got a few tenants at the moment that we do work through payment schedules with them. We understand it's a difficult time. We don't want to just put people out on the street. We've had one tenant who lost his job in January, but he's found a job now. It's a part-time job, but he's going to be able to start paying the rent, catching up. It's up to you and, how you want to play things. But I always try and work with the tenants and make sure that we can get the rent in at some stage. Obviously, getting it in as soon as possible is the key priority from us as property investors because of the cash flow situation. Okay, so that's the Q&A of the week. Hope that was helpful. Just want to cover a couple of things now. Firstly, I am running a masterclass in London on April the 26th, and this masterclass is kind of my massive cash flow day, and it's something that I've run a couple of times last year. I've never run it in London before, so I'm coming down to London for the first time. It'll be fantastic if you can join me. If you want to go on to the website and have a look at what's going to be available, what you're going to learn on the day, then the website is Massive Cash Flow Success System. No, it's a bit of a mouthful. I'll just repeat it again. Massive Cash Flow Success System.com, and hopefully just down below here you'll see the URL as well. Well, that's the intention anyhow. I'm going to have a go editing the video today to see what we come up with. So, Massive Cash Flow Day is all going to be about setting yourself up to run a successful HMO property business. Obviously, at the moment, times are pretty good in terms of interest rates. If you're on a tracker or SVR, then you're really reaping the benefits. But the interest rates are being held artificially low for economic reasons. Once they start creeping back up again, and we get to the standard 4-5% interest rates, which is generally what we've seen over the last 10 years or so, then some of those investments that may have been cash flow positive will be going back into cash flow negative again. And we all know that we've seen rents kind of stabilise. They've increased a little bit in some areas, decreased in some areas, but rents are no real different. It's certainly what I've seen from when I started 6 years ago to what they are now. No difference at all. There may be a couple of areas which have gone up slightly, but we're talking about pounds, we're not talking about hundreds of pounds. So one thing you need to be thinking about right now is, what can I do for the future in terms of investment for cash flow? And one of the best ways of making cash flow is for operating HMOs. And HMOs are a funny old beast. They're very much derided by a lot of the press, a lot of the financial institutes, some of the councils to a degree, because they don't understand them. And the reason they don't understand them is because there are lots of different types of HMOs, and the HMOs that generally get in the news are the kind of student HMOs and also the kind of DOS houses, which really have given HMOs a bad name. The types of HMOs I generally invest in are professional HMOs. We're talking about tenants who have jobs, generally responsible people, they look after the property, they generally pay the rent on time, and it's a better class of tenant that you're going to get. It's the type of tenant that you should be looking for if you're not in the kind of lower end of the market. Good professional people going to treat your property with respect, and you'll be able to generate some very good cash flow from those properties. So I'd encourage you to go and have a look at the website, massivecashflowsuccesssystem.com. It's an intensive one day. It's probably going to be somewhere around the Chelsea area. We've not finalised the hotel details yet, but it's on April the 26th. It's going to be kicking off at 9, going through to about 5:30. You'll get refreshments on the day, you get a very nice lunch, you'll get a workbook to take away, you'll get a kind of goodie bag with all the various forms, agreements that we use to manage the business. You'll also get follow-up call as well, just to find out how you're getting on, answer any questions you've got. So it's very much an intensive day, and it should set you up to basically building up your own HMO business. And it doesn't stop once you've left the course. We're there to help support you, guide you, get you going, make sure that you succeed. That's the aim of the day, really, is to kind of take all of our knowledge, squeeze it out, and make sure that you've absorbed it all as much as possible. You obviously have the presentation and the workbook to refer back to afterwards. And at the end of the day, you should be coming out there confident enough that you can go out there, research your market, find out where the demand is, find the right types of property, furnish them in the correct way, market your properties in the correct way, manage them properly, and start generating 500, 600, 700, even £1,000 a month or more cash flow from one property. That's just one property, and it can be done it time and time again, and it's definitely something that you should consider. Okay, so that's about enough of me for today. Just in terms of what I'm doing for the rest of the week, I'm continuing meeting with financial institutions, talking to them about what finance is available, trying to get some figures from them. As I said, we've got a lot of finance already set aside in terms of bridge and refinance products, development, refurbishment, all through commercial lenders. We're also meeting with our property sources as well. Now we've found the finance, it's now time to go out and start buying anything we can, wherever it is in the country. As I said, discounts of up to 60% at the moment just mean it's a phenomenal time to start investing in property. We're also planning the first Stanford Night event. If people aren't aware of this, I mentioned it in my Your Property Network article this month, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to, go on the website, yourpropertynetwork.co.uk, I think it is. Have a look. It's a great magazine. It comes out every month, printed, delivered to your doorstep. It's written by property investors for property investors. Got some fantastic information in there. Definitely encourage you to go and have a look. Stanford Night is a company I've set up with a very good friend of mine, Tony Hans, and we launched the company a couple of months ago. And essentially what Stanford Night is it's a bespoke property consultancy. One of the things we found through talking with investors over last year and the years before is there's a lot of people out there that want to progress from A to B but aren't particularly sure how to do it. And there are a lot of programs out there offering you the dream, offering you certain services, etc. But not a lot of them actually follow through in terms of helping you progress from A to B. There are some that do, and there are some that are very good at doing it, but a lot of them are very much one day courses where you come, you go, see you later. Well, Stanford Night is not about that. Stanford Night is about working with people on a very much one-on-one basis, creating a bespoke training and needs analysis around where they need to get to and helping them move forward. Our first event is going to be taking place in April. It's probably going to be somewhere in the Berkshire area. I'll have to confirm the details of that once I know. We're also going to be holding an event in London and probably going to be holding one up in the north of the country as well. So that's all going to be kicking off in the next couple of months. It'll be a chance for you to come and meet us. We're going to be talking about what our investment strategies are right now, because we've got a couple that are really starting to yield some enormous benefits for us, and we'd love to see you at one of those events. If you want to get on the mailing list for that, if you go to stanfordnight.com, hopefully it'll be down there so you can go and have a look. It's an advanced notification mailing list, and you'll obviously be notified of any events that are going on. Right, this is Matthew Moody signing off. Until next time, happy hunting. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.